here from Barbell Beauties. Today we're gonna go over a clean complex. We're gonna do a warm up to get us set up for the clean with the barbell. All right guys, the first thing that we're gonna do is gonna be our setup for the clean and our clean pull. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look down at the barbell. When we grab the barbell, it's super important in Olympic lifting to have what's called a hook grip. When we have a hook grip, it allows us to keep the barbell close to our body and allows us to turn the barbell over more correctly. So before you start, even as uncomfortable as it may be, or as new as you may be to Olympic weightlifting, you wanna always make sure that we're practicing the hook grip. So a hook grip is gonna be here. I'm gonna have my thumbs and I'm gonna cover my thumbs. And we wanna hold that position the whole time until we release the barbell, which we'll go over a little bit later. So to start out with clean pulls in a hook grip, no matter what, no matter how uncomfortable it is. So we're gonna start with our hands a little bit outside of hip width because we want space to turn over that barbell. We're gonna stand with our feet about hip width apart to allow us room to jump. And we're gonna start just by practicing keeping the barbell close to our body. So we're gonna send our hips back, keep our chest up nice and tall, stay in the front of the knees, head neutral, stand up, keeping that bar close to our body. So we're gonna do this about 3 times, staying nice and tight, keeping our lats like back, keeping the bar close to our body, right up against our hips. 1, 2, and 3 when we're doing this. Some common errors that you can see when we're doing our clean pulls to start out with is that we're rounding our back, that we're keeping the bar really far away from us, and we're not having contact, okay? We wanna make sure that our lats are locked back nice and tight, that the bar is up against our body the entire time. So not keeping the bar away from us and rounding. We don't wanna do that. We wanna keep the bar nice and close to our body when we're doing our clean pulls. The second step that we're gonna do with our cleans is gonna be a shrug. So it's called a triple extension, and I'm gonna set the barbell down to show you. Triple extension in Olympic weightlifting and snatch or clean and jerk is gonna be our ankles, feet completely extended, hips are completely open, and shoulders are completely extended. If you notice, I'm still keeping everything nice and close to my body. My core is engaged, my glutes are engaged. This is our triple extension in weightlifting. It's so important to do because when the weight gets heavy, we have to utilize our feet, our hips, and our shoulders to get that barbell enough power so we can get underneath it. So we're gonna practice a couple triple extensions here. What I'm gonna allow you to do is have a little bit of loose feel so we can feel that momentum with the barbell coming up. So I'm gonna go ahead, grab my barbell, focus on the hook grip no matter what. And all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come down. I'm gonna keep that bar nice and close to me. My head is in a neutral position. And first time I do this, I'm gonna shrug up hard, hard, hard. Hold it for 1, 2, 3. Come back down. I'm gonna do it again a little bit faster. Everything close to my body, nice and tight. 1, 2, 3, come back down. And now I'm gonna do it fast 3 times. I want you to look and see where my shoulders, where my hips, and where my ankles completely extend all the way. So that's triple extension. Some common errors that people do when they do the triple extension is they let the bar make contact too early. So meaning they pull from here, the bar hits contact with our quads, and we let the bar fly away from us too early. The goal is to keep the barbell close to our body for as long as possible. So if you're doing a clean pull and it looks something like this, then you guys want to focus on keeping the bar closer to your body. So some common errors, bar comes away from us. When that happens, what happens with our clean is the bar comes away, we have to jump forward, and we're not in a good position. So again, the correct way for a clean pull, shrug, keeping it nice and close, shrug, keeping it nice and close. So that's the first step in the clean called the clean pull. Hey guys, okay, the second drill for cleans for warm up that we're gonna do is called the muscle clean. To do this, I'm gonna use something a little bit lighter before we go to the barbell, even though it's a lot thicker. So a muscle clean means that all we're doing is we're getting a shrug and we're using our arms. So we don't get to use any legs in this drill. This is a great way to teach you how to have really fast elbows in your clean. So to start with, we're gonna unlock our knees still, which is okay in the muscle clean. We're gonna let that bar travel down, and then we're gonna snap our legs straight and rotate our elbows. So legs straight, fast elbows, just like that. Okay, so again, unlock the knees, let the bar travel down, straight legged, fast elbows. It's really, really important in this drill that you work on getting your elbows underneath. So now I'm gonna show you with the barbell what the drill looks like. It's best to do this drill to start out with something like a PVC pipe or a very light barbell. Sometimes it can be a little tricky, and the goal of this is to put ourselves in the perfect clean position, not in a bad clean position. So don't feel bad if you just have to use a PVC pipe or if you just have to use a light barbell for this drill. Totally okay, we're just working on speed, not strength at this point. That comes later. So, hook grip position. I'm gonna unlock the knees. I'm gonna get that big shrug, triple extension, rotate my elbows as fast as I can. Something I want you guys to pay attention to is my hands and my rotation for the muscle clean. This is where we first learn to unlock our hook grip when we're doing muscle cleans. So what's gonna happen is I'm gonna get that shrug holding in hook grip as tight as I can. When I turn it over, I release my fingers to allow my elbows to come through for a tight front rack position. So I'm gonna do 3 muscle cleans, paying attention to that triple extension, that fast elbow rotation, and the release of the hook grip. So unlocking the knees, I'm gonna do 3 in a row. Holding that position, squeezing my core, squeezing my butt. 1, 2, and 3. So that's the muscle clean drill. Again, PVC, light barbell, heavy barbell, whatever you can do to stay in a good position. But we want to focus on those three things: good extension, fast elbows, and tight core. All right, guys, the third clean progression that we're gonna do is gonna actually be without the barbell. It's gonna be our foot position that is so important and working on getting underneath the barbell. But first we do this without weight because we wanna teach you guys how to land in the proper position without getting injured. So some common errors I'm first gonna show you so you understand why we do this drill. I'm gonna pick up the barbell and show you, then we're gonna drill it without the barbell. So some common errors that people do when they first start cleaning is they just want to muscle it. So they go like this, they arch their back, they try to get the weight over, and that hurts our lower back, and that doesn't give us full range of motion and full power in our clean. So again, just doing this and trying to heave the barbell up is setting you up for injury and also just isn't utilizing all of your power. The second common error that people do, it's called starfishing. I can be guilty of this as well. So it's where we jump and we land in a really improper position when we're trying to get under that weight. So starfishing looks something like this with our clean and landing like that. Kind of funny, but it actually is pretty dangerous and sets us up for injury when we're going heavy with a lift. When we pull and jump and land like this, if you notice my knee position, I'm not engaging my glutes because my knees are between my feet, which doesn't allow any tension in your hamstrings and any tension in your glutes. A lot of times what that can do is leads to a lower back injury or even a possible knee injury. So the proper way when we catch a clean in a power clean, we can go over squat cleans at a later date, is gonna be jumping with our feet hip width apart, landing just a little bit outside with our knees engaged, knees pushed out to the side, core tight, and glutes, hamstrings, everything engaged in the landing. So we're gonna go over that positioning right now. So what I like to do when we're doing this drill, if at all possible, stand on a line or you can draw a line or have an imaginary line. A lot of times in our clean pulls when we're doing this, if we pull too early in our clean, or if we don't hit that triple extension that we talked about, we can tend to jump forward, which can put us in a bad position. So when we're drilling our clean pulls and our clean lands, try to stand on the line so you can see that you're in a good position the whole time. You're not pulling too early, you're finishing your extension. So with this drill, what we're gonna do is just to jump in a land to start with. No hands, no anything, only focusing on the feet, focusing on that triple extension. It seems a little silly when we do this drill, but we want to over exaggerate it because when we're lifting really heavy weight, we want to utilize every ounce of energy we possibly can in our body. So the clean extension, we're first going to start with 3 jumps, triple extension, jumping as high as you can. Don't worry about the landing, don't worry about the arms. You're just going to kind of be a noodle. So it's going to look like this. Jump, extend, so see my shoulders are extending, my hips are extending, my feet are extending. Jump, extend, just like that. One more time, jump, extend. So the next drill that we're gonna do is gonna be the jump and the land. This is the most important part of the clean. So when we're doing this, we wanna focus on our foot position, that we're landing in a proper landing, safe stance with our glutes engaged, our knees put out, and our elbows are up. We're gonna focus on the feet first. So it's gonna look like this. Jump, land. Okay, when I'm landing, what I'm looking for is my knees are pushed out, my toes are straight ahead, no more than a 30-degree angle, my chest is upright, my core is engaged, my head is neutral, just like that. So we're gonna do 2 more, focusing on the landing position only. Extension land, feet, knees, core, head. A good way to do this, if you find yourself landing in a wonky position, just correct it. Muscle memory is the most important. So even if I jump and I land and I'm a little bit weird, I'm just gonna fix it, readjust, and then I'm good. Just like this. So one more time, jump, land. So now we're gonna put it all together with our imaginary barbell. So we're gonna work on getting our elbows to hit, the same time our feet hit the ground. And that's the best way to do this drill. Think about everything hits at once and you're in a perfect position. So it's gonna look like this. Jump, land. Elbows and feet hit the ground at the exact same time. My head is neutral, my elbows are up as high as they can go. To emulate holding a barbell, I like to put my thumbs on my shoulders just like that. So we're gonna do 2 more. Jump, land. Elbows are up, head is neutral. One more time, jump, land. Just like that. That is the 3rd progression to the clean warm-up before we put it all together. Hey guys, Amber here with Barbell Beauties. We're gonna put our clean together. We've done steps 1, 2, and 3 for the clean warm-up, and now we're gonna put it together in one swift movement. Here we go. Okay, so I only recommend drilling the clean, especially the clean for beginners, from the hang. We can deal with pulling off the floor at a later date, but for now we're gonna stay in the hang position because the most important part of the clean is gonna be from the top of the knees, that clean pull extension and the landing position. So from the beginning, we're gonna go ahead, pick up our barbell, focus on a little bit outside of hip width. Remember, the most important thing is that lovely hook grip. All right, and so what we're gonna do with this drill is we're gonna unlock our knees, let the barbell travel down our body just like we did in all of our warm-ups. I'm gonna go through this nice and slow for the first one. We're gonna go through that triple extension. We're gonna get a big jump, and we're gonna release the hook grip on top and land, holding that position, and then stand. So a few pointers that I want you to think about, just like I said in the last video, that you guys want to really make sure, even if you land in a wonky position, correct it each and every time. Don't just get mad, throw the barbell down and walk away. You want to make sure that you correct that position every time, so we're training that muscle memory to jump and land in the same exact position every single time. So let's do a couple of these. Standing on the line, lats are locked back, we'll go top to bottom. Head is neutral, lats are locked back, core is tight. Unlock those knees, let that barbell travel down your body, jump, and land, and stand. So if you see there, I kind of got off position. I'm gonna re-glue my feet into the ground, correct my positioning, and then stand back up. Okay, doing it again. Unlock the knees, let that bar travel down the body, jump, land, release that hook grip, elbows up, head is neutral, knees are pushed out. I'm gonna do 2. Just like that. So that is how we put the clean together. Once you get a little bit more advanced and you want to gain some momentum, we want to do a quicker up down. So right now I'm letting that bar travel down slowly and then exploding. You can actually gain more momentum when you're doing a hang clean if you start from the top and you go down and up really fast, just like that. So I'm going to do 3 like that to show you before we finish. And that is the end of the clean warm-up. Thanks for joining me on clean.